Hello everyone, my name is Shyam Manavat and I welcome all of you to the new series of lectures. We are starting a new part which is algebra. Algebra where you see more of constants, variables, solving equation, graphical representation of equation and more. So let's start this series with understanding the basic terms of algebra. Variable. Variable, you have used this term lot of times, when you solve any problem solving question. Say find the age of a person, so you assume the age to be x, right? So variable, a term, an alphabet which you use very commonly when you assume in a problem statement, or you can also understand the variable as name says variable. So it varies as per the question, it varies as per the equation, as per the situation, it differs, right? So variable, like we assume x, y, z, so you must have seen these kind of alphabets which we take as a variable to assume certain things in the question, right? You will also find a lot of equations which is made out of x, y, z. Now variable, let me repeat this, variable is what? Which value can vary. Okay, now let's see some more common terms. For example, if I give you a term 4x, in 4x, what is the variable? Variable here is what? X, right? In this term, the variable is x. What is the coefficient? Coefficient means a number, okay? A number which is in multiplication of the variable. A number which is with variable, a number which is with multiplication. Okay, a number which is in multiplication of the variable. So here the number is what? 4. So it's 4x. So 4 is the coefficient. Okay, so the number which is in multiplication with the variable. Suppose if I say 4 plus x. So here I cannot say 4 is the coefficient. What is the coefficient? A number which is with variable or number which is in multiplication of variable. So here x coefficient will be 1 because you don't have anything which is in multiplication of x. So we always have 1. Because you multiply anything by 1 or you divide anything by 1, it will not make any difference. So here the coefficient of x is what? Or rather, let me say plus 1. The sign is also important. The coefficient of 4x, let me call this to be plus 4. Okay, but usually we don't put the sign plus. All right, now degree. What is degree? Degree, or you can say order. Okay, so degree or order, that is the power. That is the power. That is what? Power of variable. So here power of variable is how much? 1. So what is the degree of this term? 1. I hope this part is clear. Let's see once again. If I have minus 8z square, so here variable is what? Z. Okay, this is a square term because you got variable power 2. So what is the order or degree of the variable here? Degree of the variable is 2, right? What is the coefficient of variable here? So coefficient in this term is what? A number which is in multiplication with variable. A number which is in multiplication with the variable. So what is that? Minus 8. Not only 8, it will be minus 8. Understood? Okay. Next, see this. So here in this term, what are the variables? No, there are multiple variables here. Okay. So this is what? X is also variable, y is also variable, z is also variable, right? So you have x, y, z, all three of them as variable here, right? What is the coefficient here? Coefficient will be, this is x, y, z. So x into y into z. When you write variables, you don't have to put the multiplication sign in between. It's understood. Okay, the way we say it is x, so the coefficient is 1. The number which is in multiplication of variable is what? 1. That is understood, right? Similarly, when you write variables, you don't have to put the multiplication sign in between. Okay, so it's not xyz is a word, okay? This is x into y into z. Now the coefficient here is, this is divided by 2. So the coefficient, a number which is in multiplication in this term with a variable, that is 1 upon 2. Yeah. So the coefficient here is what? Half. What is the order of equation? What is the degree of equation here? So not equation. What is the degree of term here? What is the order of term here? Now you got 3 variables which are in multiplication. Okay. So here the order will be, you have power 1 for x, you have power 1 for y, and you got power 1 for z. So the order of this term will be 1 plus 1 plus 1. So it will be 3. Did you understand? Let me give you one more example. Let's say if I have 2x square plus x. Okay, I am only going to talk about the degree of this expression. So degree of this expression is the, you first see this expression as different terms. So what you see, first term is 2x square, second term is x. So in all these terms, what is the maximum power of the variable? So here maximum power of the variable is what? 2. So in this case, the order of this expression will be 2. Yeah. Now what is the difference in this particular example and the previous example? In previous example, x, y, z by 2 is one term. Okay, it's not more than one term. This is only one term. Okay. Now in this one term, you need to see the power of the variables, and if there are different variables, you add all the powers and then say that is the degree of the degree of this term. Yeah, so it's 1, 1, 1. So degree of the term is what? 3. Let me give you one more example. I'll give you plenty of the examples, don't worry. I will keep on giving examples until unless you understand. So if I have, let's say, 2x square y. Yeah, so it's 2x square y. That is one term, right? Now what will be the order of this term? Can we say the coefficient also? Yes. Coefficient, what is the coefficient here? A number which is in multiplication of variable. The coefficient is, the coefficient here is 2. Okay, coefficient is 2. Yeah. And the power here is, or degree of this expression here is, you got 2 variables in one term. So x power is 2, y power is 1, 2 plus 1. You add the power and you say that is the degree of the expression, degree of this term or order of this term. Am I clear? Yes? Yeah. So you need to see a single term. Yeah. If there are more than 2 terms, then you pick up the term which has the highest power of the variable. If you got more than 2 terms, more than one term, then you pick up a term which has highest power of the variable and say that power as the order of the expression. Okay. You want one more example? No problem, I am there. Say 3x into y square plus 2x. Now tell me one thing. How many terms do we have in this expression? Yes, we got 2 terms here. 1, 2. Which term has the highest power of any variable or combination of variable? Of course, the first one. So if I take the first one, here the power of x is 1 and power of y is 2. Now in this one term, when you have power of one variable, power of second variable or any other variable, if there are more than 2 also, that's completely fine. What you need to do is you need to add the power. So here 1 plus 2 is what? 3. So the order of this expression, entire expression is 3. Order of the term is also, order of the first term is also 3. Order of the entire expression means what? if you have more than one terms in the expression, if you have more than one term, that's called expression, and in that expression you look at the term which has the highest power. That power is also the order of the expression. Okay, I hope that's not confusing, and we are just learning what are these terms called. Okay, nothing related to the direct question which comes in the exam, but you should be aware about it. For example, when you talk about numbers, you should know what are integers, what are natural numbers, what are whole numbers. So I have covered these types of numbers in one of the lecture also. You can go through my playlist and see in which lecture have I covered these the types of numbers. Yeah. Similarly, terms should be clear in algebra. Each term should be clear. Yeah. What are they called? That should be clear. Okay. This is first term. This is second term. Here we got the highest power, so I take this term. Yeah, there are more than one variable in this term, so we will add the power of each variable here and say that that's the order. Okay, fine. Okay, all right. Tell me, what is the coefficient in the second term? What is the coefficient in the second term? Correct. Coefficient is 2. What is the coefficient in the first term? Right, the coefficient is 3 here. Absolutely right. Correct. Good going, guys. Good going. Let's learn some more terminologies here. So, one is expression, second is equation, and third is inequalities. What are the difference between them? It's simple. When you don't have equal sign. Okay, when you don't have equal sign. Do you see any equal sign here? No. That's expression. Okay. Do you see any equal sign here? No. That is expression again. Okay, tell me one thing. What is the order of this expression? What is the order of this expression? What is the order? Maximum power of variable in any term. Yeah, you have all these terms and see which term is representing the maximum power. You take that as the order. Okay, so what is the order of this equation? See, expression. What is the order of this expression? Here also, first term power is 1, second term power is 1. So the order of equation is what? 1. Shall we add the power of x and power of y? No. When do we do that? When both of them are part of single term. These here, the x and y are not part of the single term. This is separate term, this is separate term, right? So here also 1, here also 1, so it's 1. Let me give you example of the second expression. What is the second expression? Here this is 2x square plus 5x plus 4, right? 2x square plus 5x plus 4. So how many terms do we have in this expression? There are 3 terms. What is the order of this expression? What is the power of variable here? Let's call it first term, second term, and third term. So what is the power of variable in the third term? Power is 0 because there is no variable there, right? It's 0, right? Second term, what is the power of the variable? 1. The first term, what is the power of variable? 2. Which term is showing maximum power? The first one. What is that power? 2. So what is the order? What is the order of this expression? That's 2. Right? Okay. Equation. What is the difference between expression and equation? It's simple. You have equal sign. When you have equal sign, that will be equation. Yeah. When you got equal sign, that is equation. When you don't have equal sign, that is expression. Okay. So I hope you understand the difference, expression and equation. Okay. Inequalities. Inequalities. So here, okay. Yeah. So in equation, you got this and this. So you have equal sign and then you have a term which is an expression which is at left hand side and a term which is at right hand side. Okay, it could be expression also. So even if I say 2x plus 3y equal to 2 say x plus 6, this is still equation, right? Because you got equal sign. Now the left part of this equal, left part of the equal is called left hand side, and right part of this equal sign is called what? Right hand side. Yeah, so you compare the expression with this equal. Yeah, this equal divides them into two parts. One is two sides. Okay, one is left hand side and the other is right hand side. Okay, the left hand part is what? Left hand side, and the right hand part is what? Right hand side. Okay. Inequalities. So here also you will find two sides, but that two sides are divided by an inequality sign. Okay, inequality sign means this is your equal sign. So what are inequality sign? Greater than, equal to, smaller than, equal to, greater than, smaller than, they all are inequalities sign. So when you see inequality sign anywhere, that will become inequalities. Simple. Yeah. So you got left hand side and this is right hand side, and here it says the left hand side is greater than right hand side. Here, see, this is inequalities. Left hand side is smaller than right hand side here. Correct? How do we read this? We read this as greater than, equal to. Yeah, and this is smaller than, equal to. So if I have, say, 2x square plus 4x plus 1 smaller than, equal to 0, this sign. So how do I read this? 2x square plus 4x square plus 1 is smaller than, equal to, right? So it's either small or equal. Okay, so there are two conditions here. It's either small or equal. Okay, now how do we solve this? How do we treat them? Don't worry, I have got lot of topics. I have divided this in lot of topics. So here in inequalities we are going to discuss how do we simplify the inequalities. As of now we are only talking about the basics of algebra, so basics of algebraic terms. Yeah, so is that clear to you? Did you understand coefficient, variable, degree? Yeah, variables, what are the variables, terms, expression, equation, inequalities? Yes? Okay. So we got to know what are the terms called, what are the terminologies. Okay. In the next lecture, I am going to talk about algebraic formulas. Alright. So stay tuned. Let's learn the algebraic formula in the coming lecture. So I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye bye.